What's up guys, William Mosley here. Hope you guys are having a good, just depends on when you're watching this, January 5th, January 6th, but today is Eden's birthday, my son, my first son, and if the audio is a little bit shoddy today, it's because it's windy as hell. It's like a tornado out here. I feel like Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm just gonna talk a bit about being like a, I wonder if this is wet. Okay, it's not so bad. I'm gonna probably bring this a little bit closer. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about being a first-time dad. My experience with like when I found out I was gonna first have a son. I talked a bit about this a long time ago in like season 1. But I want to kind of like refresh on it, talk more about it, because I'm celebrating his birthday today. It's an exciting time for me as a dad. One of the biggest worries, one of the biggest things that I was scared of was not being a good dad, or not being able to supply for my son. At the time, it was just one son. It scared the shit out of me, because like when you first see that pregnancy test like positive for the very first time, and you see the pregnancy test for the 3rd or 4th time, because you go back and get like 5 more to just make sure. By the way, pregnancy test people, they're making bank. It depends on who you are, but I was elated, but I was scared shitless. Like, it went from being this might happen, or I might have a son or a daughter or whatever, which, by the way, I was hoping for daughters all the time. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. To like, in actuality, you are going to be a dad. You're going to be responsible for not only this little baby, this person, you're also responsible for for your partner. You guys have to take care of each other. And we had Eden before we got married. I'm pretty sure it was before. Yeah, it was before we got married. And I'm trying to think if it was like we'd gotten engaged yet. My brain's like not pulling it all together. I need Laura for that. But we weren't married out of traditional wedlock. I mean, what is that today? And I remember Laura and we ended up going to Barnes & Noble to pick up, like, look at books on like parenthood. And that was the moment where it was just like really, it was real. I was scared shitless because I was working, a minimum wage job. Or no, was I working minimum wage? I'm trying to think if I was back at King Bio or if I was working like a basic job like Zaxby's. I was in between one of those. I think that I was working at King Bio. Man, my memory is shot. No. I was working a shoddy job, and then I think I lost that job, and I was like in between being like broke ass, like bum, where I was feeling extra down about myself, and then like found out, okay, we're having a kid. All right. Laura can correct me in the comments if I'm completely wrong on this, but I just know that it was like, I'm gonna have a kid, and I have no money. I have nothing for this kid. 9 months, that is super fast. That's gonna come really fast. And so I did what a lot of good dads do. I educated myself. I started doing things where I like doing things that I did what most dads, or most good dads do, or most good first-time dads do, is just educate yourself, just prepare, buy the basic shit. I remember like running into Rodney and Ashley in like the diaper aisle. What's up, Rodney and Ashley? I'll tag you guys in this so you can see it. And they were looking at us like, I know what you're doing. And then I just had to let him know, I was like, look, I'm having a kid, having a baby. And got congratulations. I think that was like a win for Eden. That was a win for Rodney, because like there's a difference between being a parent and not being a parent. Like there's millions and millions of people that aren't parents that are amazing, perfect, awesome people. I myself was one of those. When you have a kid, there's just some type of something different. Like there's a different bond, almost like you go to the same school or something. Like parent life, for real. You have a understanding that your kid's probably gonna wow out at any minute. You have an understanding of like the shit that person's been through. Like today, they've probably been through some hell just waking up. It's just like that camaraderie between parents, parent life. And that was I remember thinking like, oh my god, now I gotta tell everybody, I gotta figure this out. Who do I tell first? Who do I tell? Oh my god, let me tell you, telling my mom-in-law, that was the worst of all. It wasn't a big deal to me about anyone else, but like the mother of the woman that, you know, I pretty much baby mama at the time that I'm gonna marry, like letting her know, like that was let me tell you right now, that didn't go very well. I won't go in detail, but it was just like, ooh, awkward. But you gotta do it. I mean, I don't know who my entire audience is, but you might be at different places in your lives, and a lot of times people make excuses for why they can't have kids and why they don't want kids, and that's fine. Like if you don't want fucking kids, don't fucking have kids. That's great. But if you knock somebody up accidentally and you're gonna have to have a kid, and that person wants to, like, you guys want to follow it all the way through to the end, then you got to step up and be a dad or be a mother. Like you got to. Like there's no option. It's not fair to that other kid. It's not that win. It's not fair to that kid because you made decisions, you wanted to do stuff, and now they have to live in like a life or a lifestyle where the parents are divided or non-existent or whatever. So there's that. There's people that want to have kids, that have kids, and that's great. Like that's perfect. There's also people like there's the excuses for why not to have a kid. Like I don't have any money. I haven't graduated yet. I'm not at the right spot in my life. I'm still finding myself. I don't know if this person's the right person. All those are good questions. You should ask yourself and should think about that. But I want to say right now, like you don't need that much money to have a kid. Like things will work themselves out. Yeah, there are better ideal situations, but don't make it be like the governing decision as to never having kids. Jumping back in. If you guys don't know the story of when Eden was born, check out the podcast, Kids and Marriage. There's a whole 45 minutes where we talk about that experience. I'm gonna jump a little bit further into the future. Eden for us was a very, very, very good baby. Like he was very, very good. And Eden, if you're watching this, man, you are fucking awesome, and I love you. I love you. You'll see this one day. You're like, Dad's door. Yep, that's right. Right on the porch. He was a very good baby, so we were scared as hell that we were gonna get like a baby that was gonna cry all night and just be like, oh my god. But he was really good. King's knocking at the glass door. Hey King, I'll be in a minute. I love you. And so one second. Back. He was a really good kid. So Eden, man, thank you for making our first baby experience amazing. We wanted to breastfeed, but ended up doing bottle. Dope, whatever. So he did not set the stage well for King though. King was woo, he was opposite of Eden, and like he would definitely put us through the ringer. So, man, what else? I don't want to make this a run on, but Eden, I just want to let you know, man, I love who you are becoming. I love that you dance all the time, that you know, do all your crazy breakdance moves. I love that you're so creative. You build things like, I don't even know how you come up with the ideas, but you build really amazing things, and I love that, because maybe you'll be a creator just like me. I don't know. If you're not like me, that's perfectly fine too. You don't have to follow my footsteps. You don't have to do any of that. All I want to do is just guide you to your passion and to whatever it is that you want to do in life, and love in life. You know, whether you turn out gay or bi or trans or whatever it is that you want to be, or straight, doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter at all to me. It's just a matter of you being happy, you being smart about like your life decisions, and I worry a bit about you being a bit of a follower. You know, I myself, you know, tend to follow more than lead sometimes, and it can get you into trouble. You have to find yourself and know when something's right and something's wrong, and that's about the advice I can give you right now. Other than that, I'm so proud of how your speech has progressed. I'm very proud of that. You're going to be starting school in the next, you know, half year or whatever. You'll be around kids your age. You'll be interacting, making more friends. You guys are going to be like the tablet gang or something. I don't even know. You're going to be so much smarter than me and Mom. But I just want to let you know I love you. We love you. Happy 5th birthday. And I'm gonna get inside because I'm freezing. And yeah, you're over there. So I'm gonna go play. All right, love you. Mwah.